Morning, y'all. So, we're going to do another episode of jaywalking. Um, just going to be kind of rambling this time. Had to take a couple days off of my training for the first time in like 2 years. I really don't do rest days. My rest days are more considered just active rest days, if you even want to call it that. But I came down with something last week, 103 plus degree fever I had for a few days that I was battling through. Oh no, it was up to 103.9 at one point. And then, like it would be like that through the night. And during the day, my temperature would drop down to pretty much normal. And I would still get out and try and do a couple miles, but after that, my body was just not feeling it. So we're picking training back up. Got the weighted vest on right now. And we're doing a few miles. We're already 3.1 in, basically a 5K in right now. I just picked up the Garmin 245 Music, my first actual runner / training watch. So I'll make sure after I use it for a little bit to put up a review. It's not new by any means, but it's new to me. I wanted to get something that and it was Prime Day, so I got it for basically half off. But I wanted to grab something that was going to be a little cheaper when it comes to those, because I didn't want to dive head first and pay $800-900 for a watch that I didn't like overall. I've been using the Samsung Galaxy Gear, or it's just like the Samsung watch now, for a few years, and it's fine for the most part, but the Garmin just tracks more overall. Tracks your VO2 max. It's supposed to let you know basically what kind of training you should do for the day, how much of a battery your body has for the day, to help you figure out, kind of gauge how hard of a training session you should do and whether or not your body can really handle it. But this thing's got a ton of features, and I want to peel through that today as I set it up and give like a kind of first impressions overall review, use it for a week or two, and then put up another review video. I'm also looking to get a new pair of running shoes, and the Saucony Endorphin Speed and Pro 3s the Pro 3s just dropped, but I'm waiting for the Speed 3 to drop, which is supposed to be August. I wanted to get the Pro 3, but I don't know. I'm still kind of cautious on dropping, $220 on some shoes that I'm just going to run down. But I'm going to do a little bit of, I want to try them on I want to try the Adidas Addy Zero. If I can find a couple of pair of the Pumas, like the Deviate and the New Balance Fuel Cell, stuff like that. I want to try them all on, see how they feel before I buy anything. But I know the Saucony Endorphin Speed line, it's just always well received. I have the 2, so I already know that the 2s are great, and the 3s are supposed to be even better. All the reviewers that I've checked out, there's quite a few that have had nothing but good things to say. So I'm really excited to try those. I really like the new design of them. The new colorway is also really cool. Kind of looks like the Ukraine flag a little bit with the blue and yellow, but I want to try them out, see how they feel before I buy anything, because I'll be honest, the last thing you should do is just buy something because some reviewer told you to. You may put them on and not like them at all, and depending on the return policy on where you're getting them, you may be screwed out of your money. So it always is best for you to try stuff on before you buy it. Definitely not going to go with Hoka for a little bit. They really need to step up their game on the outsole of their shoe. They break down way too fast. The Mach 4, I'll say it again, I'm not impressed with how long they've lasted. It's at the point now where I'm not doing much. I'm doing my running training in my Endorphin Speed 2s right now until I get new shoes. I'll do the more racing in the new shoes, but I'm just a little, what's the words I'm looking for? I guess disappointed would be the best way to say it. I'm a little disappointed with how quickly both pairs of my Hokas have broken down. The Rincon 2s I'm not as upset about because, you know, I got them on sale and it was last year's line, but the Hoka Mach 4, no, they were great at first. When I first got them, I liked them, but after just a couple weeks, they already started breaking down really fast. And now the outsole, like, in a few spots is just bare, and that happened really fast. And now this is 2 different pairs of Hokas that have just run down super fast. I do a lot of mileage every week, so I mean, I get that part and I took that into consideration, but I'm gonna go right back to where I said before. As much as these companies are charging for their shoes for stuff that has, some have recycled foam, like, they don't cost that much for you to produce. I know that there's like R&D that they have to pay for and everything, but for as many of these shoes that these companies sell, they really should do better. Why is it that both of the pairs of Sauconys that I've had have lasted way longer? My Speed 2, I've had those For over a year, I've done every single race in them that I've ran. I've done training in them, and there's still a ton of rubber on the bottom of the shoe. Why is that? Why can't Hoka do the same thing? Just makes no sense to me. And I'll say both pair that I've had, the Rincon had a little bit of rubber on the bottom in the more high traffic spots where your foot makes ground contact for most people, but the Mach 4 really had no rubber at all, just like the gray foam, and then a white outsole on top of that that broke down super fast. Like, what's the big difference there? The shoes, the Saucony and the Hoka, they cost the same, but why is one company able to stand the test of time and the others, I'm running through them like they're nothing? That makes no sense, especially when you're paying, again, upwards to $150, $160 for these things, and that's before tax. Like my Mach 4s, I paid what, $150 for them, and then tax on top of that. When you're paying that much for shoes, they should last you a while, regardless of if you're training in them or not. That's just ridiculous. Like, upsetting, honestly. Highly upsetting. But I'll make sure that when I grab my next pair of running shoes, I'll also share a little bit about what I get, do a little review of those as well. What else? And the Garmin, I'm excited to try that out and see how that works for me. I'm highly excited to really have like an actual watch that's made for training and running and everything, and not just like an Apple Watch or a Samsung one, because honestly, like, those smart watches are good for you looking at the time and your texts and that kind of stuff. They're not very good for, you know, training or tracking your training kind of stuff. I mean, I know that's not what they're really designed for, but as much as they charge for these damn watches, they should do a better job at some of their analytics when it comes to that stuff. So I'll let you know how that is, and until the next one, we'll end it here. Catch y'all later.